When they hear the sound of the drum, they'll be saying, oh Lord, here they come. Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come.
Okay, so we ended the first episode in a really, really good fashion. We beat Manchester City, and as you can see, we're third in the Premier League. So a very good start to our league campaign. But in this episode, we need to buy some players, and we're going to simulate. We are going to simulate up until transfer deadline day. So we're going to be getting rid of these two games, simulating both of them. And yeah, because what I want to try and do is play at least 1 or 2 games a month. And because we got 3 games this month, I'm thinking of playing the 1 and simulating the 2. Just so we can get through the season quicker and yeah. Okay, so we've got to kick off this episode with some training. We're just going to keep the continuing the previous week's training by renewing these lot here. So let's see what we get. We've got, good across the board. Apart from Damata, they're getting an F, which isn't very good. But he is young. We'll give him a chance. Lacardi, they're getting an A. And yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our transfer hub. Now, what I have done is I have found some more players for us to look at. And yeah, we're currently scouting them. So hopefully we'll get in their overalls and stuff soon. Okay, so as you can see, the first one there, we've got Lucas Martinez Corta. He's currently a centre-back, 21 years old, from River Plate, so a massive team in Argentina there. And yeah, he is somebody I am interested in purchasing. You know, he could be somebody good for the team. 21 again, but we need more depth in our defence, I was feeling, so I think he is one we need to look at. Then I've got Kevin Balanta there. He's very much central down the middle, but a defensive central midfielder. So, yep, he's another option for a defensive player. I've got Hanua there. He is a right midfielder, stroke cam in France for Rennes. Obviously, we've got Aora, who we looked at before. We've got Guzman there. Now, he's a central player, but he can play cam or in CDM. Very versatile, but only a 5.5 million release clause. So, yeah, we're scouting him to see what he is. Obviously Castilla. I've got Alfonso Gonzalez. Now he could be a bit expensive, obviously, with his release clause there of 13.3 million, but he looks like a good all-round player. And then we've got this guy there, Feitaut Mayusa. He's a left midfielder and cam, and he's only 19 years old. But he's only recently joined, so he could be somebody that we get next season. So let's proceed and have a look at how much money we have. We've got 4.79 million, but we have got some players that we are, like I said, getting rid of in the previous episode. So we need to be getting rid of them first. Okay, so we've got an offer here for Gaetan Bong for a fee of 2.4 million, which is actually a really good fee for him. And he is actually going to be somebody we're going to sell because we've got Sutton as a backup, and we've also got Ben Chilwell we signed. So we're just going to accept that offer of 2.4 million, and we're going to let Bong depart the club there. Kyle's now been sold for a big 3.8 million. Obviously 2.8 of that coming into the budget, so that adds on top of the 4.7, as well as the fee there going for Bong. So for this game, we're going to be going with the same team that we had last game. We played very well. Ben Chilwell now going up against his former club of Leicester City. So we will proceed with the simulation. Now with the sim games, how I'm going to do is I'm going to be like watching it probably up until half time, just because I want to see who is actually scoring and, you know, what substitutions come off. And yeah, so let's proceed. They're going to warm up. Get right into this now. Okay, so good team for them. They've got good out-one players. Okay, so Fuchs there getting a yellow card on the 11th minute. We're 29 minutes in now, 30 and 1-0 down. Damari Gray getting a goal there for Leicester. This is something, you know, we need to be improving. We need to strengthen. Gray getting a second, so obviously we're losing. So let's just simulate all the way. 2-1. Cedric pulls one back and also gets a yellow card. So who came on? March came on, Gross came off, and Dunk came off, and Bong came on. So yeah. So our first loss of the season against Leicester City. It is okay though. You know, we need to keep training these players up, getting them better. You know, we are going for a mid-table finish. I'm going for the top 15 if I'm going to be brutally honest. Top 15 I will be happy with. I mean, our goal is just to stay up in the Premier League this season. So, you know, but we're currently in 11th place, which is not bad. But let's proceed now to the Watford game. And we've got, actually I'm going to stop the sim because we've got quite a lot of mail here. All of our players have come in, so let's have a little look now. I'm just going to clear my inbox. We've also sold Bong there, so 1.7 million coming in now. And Solly March said he's happy that he played. So let's have a quick look at our money now. We've got 9.26 million, but obviously we've only got 10 grand a week wage, so we need to budget that out, get at least 100 grand in. Okay, maybe 70 grand will do, 6.5 million, that'll be fine. And now let's look let's look at these players. So the first one there we was going to get was Lucas Martinez Corta. Now look at him, 4.7 million overall in terms of value, and his overall 72 overall, which is a decent overall really, and he's only 21. I like his wage as well being 9.1 thousand a week, so that's pretty good there. Then we've got Balanta. Now, for 2 overall less, and he's a year younger, I mean, this guy's 2.5 million, and his wage is 1.7, so he could be like a definite, like, in terms of cheap. Like, he's really cheap. Hinua, he's 2 million, 12.5 million, 12,500 pounds a week there. Yeah, again, he could be really cheap as well. So there's 2 players there that are really cheap that we could definitely bring in. We've got Guzman then as well. Now, he's a bit more pricey. But 2.9 million, so still relatively cheap, I suppose. But his release clause is 5.5, which indicates that they might want a lot more money for him. Then we had Gonzalez, obviously 7 million, so he could be a bit too pricey for us. And then Meusa, who obviously has just recently joined the club. But I think going from that, I think the definite player I'm going to go for is Balanta, because value for money, I think he's going to be really good. I mean, let's just have a look at his stats. I mean, yeah, he's technical, yeah, he's okay, I suppose. But he is 20, so he could grow a lot. He's got good aggression of 81, good strength of 72, and a good stamina rate of 84. He doesn't look that bad. He's 5'10", so he's a bit short, whereas Lucas Martinez is a bit taller there. They've both got the same skill moves and weak foot, and both work rates. They've got exactly the same, but just their stats are a little bit different. Okay, I think what we'll do is we'll sit on it for a little bit, and we'll just get into the next game and see if we can sell someone else to get some more money. Because I think Lucas would be a good player, Martinez would be a good player, but you know, we need more money. That's the ultimate thing with it. I don't actually want to sell all my players. I want to try and keep some of the Brighton players there, but we need to improve. That is fundamental. So in this game, we're going with a different approach. We're going to put Knockout on the right, March on the left, and Locadia up front. We're going to give D'Amato a little rest, and Izquierdo a rest also, and see how we get on. So this is an away game against Watford, and hopefully now we can get a result. So they're going with a good team. Delafeo's on there, Troy Deeney, Cleverley, Decuro, Shabla. Yeah, difficult game this is going to be. They've also bought Darmian from Manchester United by the looks of things. And so far, 0-0. Half time's just gone. Troy Deeney has come on now. Oh, sorry, come off, and Gray has come on. Dunk has had a little bit of a knock. 70th minute. Can we get a... no winner. 0-0, that's fine. It's an away game, so a point away is a good point for us. And also then, let's get the training done for the week. There we go. So we've played all the games we're going to play in this episode. We simulated 2 games, and we are now in 9th place in the league. And I'm pretty happy with that. You know, we beat Man City, which was a massive win for us. We've scored 4 goals, but we've let 4 goals in, so our goal difference is 0. But for a team that's just come up from the Championship, 9th place is a solid position to be in right now. Winning 1, drawing 1, and also losing 1 game. We did have an injury for Lewis Dunk, which obviously does mean we do need to sign a centre-back. I have got either Balanta or Martinez to purchase, and he's out for 4 months, which is a big blow to us, but you know, that's what happens. So we've got £6.59 million, and I think we're going to go in for our first signing of the episode, and we're going to go in for the man that is Balanta. I feel like he's good, but you know, for the sake of what we need definitely squad depth now, but we need... You know, we need more players. If I look at my squad, we've only got 2 rows here down the bottom, and I'm thinking of maybe signing 2 cheap players and then maybe loaning 1 or 2 others just to give us some more cover. So here we go. Let's go in for Balanta and let's make an offer. Okay, so first off, let's decide what type of deal we want to pursue. Okay, so obviously it's just going to be a buy. No, so we're gonna go in for a transfer fee. We're just gonna blatantly offer. I'm gonna go in really cheekily, and I'm gonna offer 2.32. I'm gonna be a little bit cheeky. Obviously, we're trying to keep some money. Let's see what they say. So they want 2.6 with a 9% sell-on clause. So I'm going to remove the sell-on clause, and I'm going to offer 2.475. I'm upping it a little bit. Looks like they're in the same remit. Now they want 3 million. Okay, so not that much. Let's try 2.6, which is what they wanted originally. 2.62. We'll accept that. Thank you. Balanta will be waiting for us to approach him. So now we're going to go in for the contract. I always delegate the contracts because yeah. So he's on 1.7 now. So, you know, he's really cheap. I'm just going to go in for 3. And we're just going to go up to 7. That's a decent pay rise for him. I mean, yeah, we offer him double, so he might even just accept straight away. And if I'm paying him £3 a week, I think that's a pretty good deal. So there we have Balanta done. Now we're going to be looking at the next player that we're going to be looking to purchase. Now, we want to get cheap ones in. I did want to get him, but 4.7 is a bit too much for us right now. I am thinking of Hanua, or I'm thinking of Guzman. Now, Guzman is a very similar player to Balanta, but he's a bit more attacking. He can play in a cam position. But then Hanu is a winger and also a cam. So I'm kind of torn between these two players, if I'm going to be honest. He's a bit too expensive. Coutinho is another one that's a bit too expensive. Calvert-Lewin's a bit too expensive. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of torn. He's recently joined. So yeah, it's between Hanua and Guzman. One of these I will sign. I mean, Hanua, in terms of value, makes more sense financially. But then Guzman's got that little overall better and is younger, so he could potentially grow better. So yeah, we will proceed to transfer deadline day anyway, just in case we have any offers coming in for potential players that will want to leave. And yeah, we'll see how we get off there. So here we go. We're in transfer deadline day now. And we're just going to proceed every hour. And then, we got a message straight away. This could be Balanta. Is it Balanta? Yes, it's Balanta. He's agreed. He's agreed to $3 a week, which is good. And now he is going to join the club. And as you can see now, we've made 4 signings. Balanta, the latest addition to the team. Now we've had an offer for Shane Duffy. He's actually injured right now, I believe. So will we sell him? Could we sell him? You know, he's injured. So, I mean, I don't know. Let's just have a little look just to make sure he is injured. Yeah, oh, no, it's Dunk that's injured. Okay. So we've also had an offer for Shane Duffy. And, yeah, we're going to reject that because we are depleted in the centre-back position. So he's not going anywhere. We've had a good job with the youth program, which is good. Don't even know if I've done anything, but okay. And now we'll proceed the next hour and see if we get any more deals. So we've had a loan offer for James Tilley, a 1-year loan offer. And we're going to reject that because I'm not in the mood to get rid of anyone like on loan. I could potentially need to use them. That does remind me, I did want to have a look at some loans just to see who is about. So it's like in the Premier League and on loan. And let's see what we can get. So we've got Masquio, Giorgio. Okay, so I'm going to add a few of these to the shortlist and then I'll get back to you. So I found a player I definitely want to go in for loan, and this is one of these guys. Purely because obviously we got the injury. I feel like we need to replace the injury with a loan just to give us that bit of depth. I'm actually going to go in for Icardi first because he's a bit more versatile. He can play right back. We don't really need left back because we've just bought 2 other players. And I also am interested in going in for Cameron Borthwick-Jackson potentially if we have the money left over. So we're going to go in for Icardi first and we're going to approach for a loan. So I want to make this just a 1-year deal, just again for the season, give us a bit of depth. Okay, so they're happy with the 1-year deal. Now we want to split the wages. I'm going to go in quite cheap, so I'm going to go in for like 25%. This wage is really cheap actually, so if we do that, it's only £1,000 we're paying a week. Yeah, £1,000. Yeah, you can go. I mean, I don't know his overall, but it doesn't really matter because I don't really plan on playing him much. But he's just going to be there. I'd rather have a centre-back that can play centre-back if they're 50 overall than not have a centre-back at all. Does that make sense? So he's going to now have a little discussion with his agent and see if the deal is good for him. And potentially, Icardi could be coming in. We will proceed to the next hour and see what we get. I tend to like to do one thing per hour, you know. So we've had an offer for Sam Baldock. Now, I do have 2 strikers up for sale, either Sam Baldock or Glenn Murray. And obviously, we've had an offer now for Sam Baldock. I'm actually going to be delegating this because I want a little bit more. I'm going to try and get 1.8, but I'm not going to sell him for less than 1.3, I think. Yeah, that'll be fine. Just see if we get a little bit more. But I only plan on selling one of these players this window now. Because I don't think I've got the time to replace both. We've got 2 messages here. Icardi has agreed the deal and he has joined for 1 year. So that's good. We've also had an offer for Anthony Knockaert for £8 million. Now, yeah, this is a difficult one. I mean, I will sell him, but we'll delegate it. 20 million, flat out. You can have him for 20 million and I'll sell him for a minimum of 16. Anything in that, you can have him. That's doubling his worth, so we'll see what they say. So there we go. We've got Icardi in on loan. He's 60 overall, a centre-back stroke right-back. Like I said, the main thing is getting somebody that can play centre-back. And yeah, for £1,000 a week, that is fine for the year. If we can sell Knockaert, I do plan on potentially going for this guy, Castilla. I think that's a good replacement, or Gonzalez, or Dominic Calvert-Lewin. One of them, potentially, we could get instead. But I do plan on loaning one more player. So one of these two I was going to go for, either Giorgio or Thomas Asante. But I feel like Giorgio could be a lot of money every week because of his like Premier League status, playing in the Premier League. But then he can play left back as well as left mid, and he can play left mid. I mean, it's only a loan. You know, I'm going to go for Thomas. I'll just go for Thomas. I think he could be a bit expensive, and we'll go for Thomas Asante. And yeah, let's get him on loan. So we're going to agree on the length. We're going to get a 1-year deal under the belt there if we can. And yes, they are happy with the 1 year. Good. We're going to split it really. Oh, he's not even on much at all. So we'll just go with that. 35.65, 760 quid. Yeah, happy days. Bring him in. So let's proceed, and hopefully we can get a deal done there for him. So they've broken down the negotiations. They see the initial demand is too high, which is fine. We don't want to sell him. Now, Solly March is not going anywhere. He is the player that I feel like is going to grow at this club this season. So even for 5 million, I'm not selling Solly March. He is my man. We've also got the loan in there for Brandon Thomas Asante. So that's 2 loans into the team now, which is going to bring us some good squad depth in the team. As we can have a look now, you can see we've got a lot more players in now. Obviously, Balanta's come in, and we've got the 2 players there on loan. Obviously, their overalls are low, but that doesn't matter. I don't plan on playing them in the first team. I just plan on having at least some squad depth there. So I've just sorted out the team here. So I've got 1 goalkeeper down here. I've got 6 defenders, sorry. Which is quite a lot of defenders, and I've only got 4 midfielders and then 2 strikers. So I feel like I should loan or maybe buy another midfielder. And looking at the money, we've got £3.97 million there, with £60,000 a week there. And I'm just going to have a look now and see who we can potentially bring into the club. Okay, so we're going to go in for this guy, Adrian Hanu. I think he is going to be the one. We've bought in a central midfielder, so Guzman kind of doesn't really fit that bill. We've got Gross, who's really strong. We've got Proper. Yeah, I think Hanu is going to be the right guy for us. He can play inside if we need to, but he's still cheap. So let's go in. Let's buy Adrian Hanu. So we're going to start an initial offer of £2 million. Just being a little bit cheeky on transfer deadline day. Okay, so 2.7, which is not ridiculous. Get rid of that sell-on clause and drop that down to 2.2 million. Let's see what they say. So they want 2.8. Okay, we're going to drop it up a little bit. We're going to go up to 2.45. Come on. Come on. Okay, they want 2.85. Okay, so maybe if I offer 2.1, and I'll give them a 6%. I'll give a 7% sell-on clause. We're going to need some time. We don't have time. We don't have time. God, this is not good. Anyway, let's proceed and let's see what we can get in the next few hours. This is a tense deadline day. Okay, so they've come back in for another offer for James Tilley, and we're going to be flat out rejecting that because we need players in our team. We also rejected the offer there for Mainpar because we need to keep all our players right now. So they want 2.65 and 5%. We're actually going to accept that, and we're going to bring him in because we need some depth in the team, as I said. So he's on 12.5. We're going to up him to 14, and we're going to keep it at 20, just to give him a little bit of a pay rise. You know, whenever people change jobs, they'd like to have a pay rise. So yeah, let's get to the last hour, and let's hopefully get Adrian Hano signed at the club. So Mainpar there, another offer. We're going to be rejecting. We can't sell him right now. We need to keep all our squad depth in the team. Let's proceed. Let's keep it going. And yeah, agreement of Sam Baldock's sale. So 1.3 million for him. He is going to be leaving the club for 1.3 million. It might not go through though. I'm not sure. We might just have got it. I'm not sure. Let's have a little look. I think the deal is broken down, you know. I think it's broken down. Yeah, Hino offers passed. They weren't willing to accept an offer below 14.5. So he just disagreed. Okay, there we go. We didn't sign Hano, but we've got through transfer deadline day. And this is the current team for the season. So we bought in a Thomas Asante and also a Cardia on loan. And then we also bought in Balanta as a backup central midfielder who's actually going to be on the bench quite a lot. That's basically support for these two. Obviously, Dunk is injured, so we're going to be putting in Goldson there. And then we've also got then Arcadia on the bench as the backup central back on the bench. So that is the end of this week's episode of James Ash Games. Thank you so much for watching. Obviously very focused on transfer deadline day today. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my main channel, and I'll see you guys next week for another episode. Bye.
Yeah, here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. I used to think that people die because they wicked. Nowadays people want to see you die.